Alrighty boys, welcome back to another video. So we did a very similar video a couple of days ago where we looked over two threads. They were talking about crosshair placement and also different things to do with the crosshair. Today we have two more threads with a lot of dev discussion. As you can see, this is the first one right here. This one has to do with manual inventory sorting. And the next one is the ability to hide UI slash the HUD. And this has some, what's it called, dev answers as well. So we're going to go over both these. Both these will be linked down below. I'm going to read them over. I'm going to give you my my opinion of it. And then also, if you want to give your opinion in the description, the comments, go for it. So let's start with this one. Manual inventory sorting. All right. So from the most order obsessed to the most Diogenes hoarders, what in the world? All of them are sometimes involved in an inventory that grows excessively, and it is difficult to get a practical organization working. Okay, I suggest introducing the possibility of manually sorting our inventory by means of a drag/drop item system, where one selected item can be interspersed between two. Obviously, a minor issue, but not. Well, I'm sorry. The way he wrote it, I'm sorry, but no less important. Okay, I really can't read. I'm sorry. Enable the poll to qualify the general interest in this topic. Yes, I like to keep my inventory sorted out. I'm happy to live in my own chaos. Good choices. Alright, I think sorting grouping would be a useful feature. Yes, we have a miscellaneous category inventory, but sometimes I only want to see foods or crafting materials or animals, and a really messy inventory is pretty hard. Alright, so another dev replies to gather more information or details about the suggestion. What would happen if the player reordered with the columns after a manual placement? For example, the player moved an item to the top, then sorted the list in ascending order. How does he get back to the manual order, a new sort order, ascending, descending, and manual? Also, he's asking him questions to figure out exactly what he's thinking. Okay. What would happen if the player moved an item while the columns are already sorted? The player sorted the list in ascending order, then moved an item to the top. Is the manual sort now the current list? If the current list is filtered, only the new placement remembered and changes in the other filters forgotten. I'm be honest with you, a lot of this is very hard to picture what he's asking, right? But we're gonna see exactly how he wants it. Okay, so then we could go from there. Does the main guy even? Main guy doesn't really answer this, but another person comes in. Okay. I don't think I'd ever use manual sorting. Drag and drop doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel that great because there's no auto scrolling, so you can drag one item's worth at a time. Manual sorting on a long list feels pretty. Okay, so manual sorting, so he just means like the drag and drop, and you can like move into different places manually, which from the just the tip of the iceberg, I agree that would be very, very tedious, especially late game. You win a couple of big battles and you have like 200 different types of shirts, 200 different types of gloves, boots, you know what I mean? So that would get very tedious. What I would like to see instead is a way to pin items to the top or bottom of the list. Not a bad idea. It could just be favoriting items moves them to the top. Not a bad idea. This way your favorites are easily found and you're less likely to sell them by mistake. Okay. By the way, the sell all button very quickly becomes obsolete, since once you start fighting big battles, you'll almost never find a town that can afford all your junk. So you get the ironic situation where the more stuff you have to sell, the more likely that you'll have to sell it one by one. True. Okay, there's got to be a better way to handle this. This is very, very, very true. Because if you have a lot of items, most towns, if you just press the sell all button, guess what? You're going to be giving the town an extra 40k worth of stuff or 100k worth of stuff for free, right? What would be cool is if there was a button that sells all to the limit that the town has, and it just sells from like top to bottom the stuff that's not favorited. I think that would be a great button to have. You know what I mean? Just sell whatever the town can afford exactly. Top to bottom, doesn't have to be anything complicated like, oh, this goes first, that goes first. Just from top to bottom of the list of stuff that's not favorited. I think that would be actually very, very good. Yeah, that'd be very good. Also, if we're doing that, I think since stashes have become a thing in your own castles, I feel like if you want to kind of get a lot of gear and just store it in your stash or whatever for some reason, maybe it'll become significant later on when more changes are made, maybe some mods are made. But what would be also cool is the same feature of like the whole sell all, but like have a drop off all that aren't favorited in the what do you call it, the stash. But I think we kind of have that in a way. But I think the sell all to the point of what the town has is important. Alright, I'm not exactly sure if I think of the same mechanic about sorting as Terco, but in my version, inventory could have tabs that are manual sort, price sort, type sort, quantity sort, weight sort. Game members, your preferred sorting order, even if you click on the price sort, when you get back to manual, it's still the same. You can't sort if you aren't in manual sort. I don't know what the current list is. I don't get the question. Okay. So current list, as in currently shown items, shown list of items, implementing a manual sort feature and disabling it for every other sort seems counterproductive. True. Adding a new column and reorder system just to see some specific items on top and bottom seems not worth the effort. Locked items may always be at the bottom or top, but that also feels like overloading a feature or function. Alright, so here's where I kind of disagree. So I think having how can I explain this? I like the implementation of having your favorite items at the top. I think that makes sense. Those are obviously your favorite items. Usually, whatever you favorite, even in the game, in this game, in the encyclopedia, if you favorite something, it goes to the top of the list, right? So I like that. Manual sorting, I don't know if I'm feeling that, but I think what's it called? If you can like click on like the prices, the type, and then that goes to the top, like that type of sorting system with like the tabs, I think that would be kind of, you know, worth it. It might be a UI mod that we see like later on, like a HUD mod, or like what do you call it? I don't know if I'm saying it right, an HUD, whatever you want to call it, heads up display mod. But I think it would be a very good one if it was made. Now he talks about obviously the sell all becomes kind of bad once you have a lot of items. So the devs reply, this is a valid criticism. One-click solution like sell all would be added a new button next to sell all that would only sell up to the. There it is. Yes, I think yeah. He pretty much says one-click solution would be adding a new button that next to sell all that would only sell up to the merchant's limit. This brings its own question though. Does it start selling the most valuable or least valuable? Does it factor the current sorting system? Just top to bottom, man. Just top to bottom. Forget it. You know what I mean? Don't think too much about it. Just top to bottom. I think this should be added. Just do top to bottom. Currently, I would expect players to hold control and click on the arrow of the items tuples until the merchant doesn't have gold anymore. That's what I do anyways. There it is. That's exactly what I do. Sort by price and start clicking from the cheapest on up. Okay, so he says cheapest first. What if there was some kind of drag select option that you could drag a box around the stuff you want to select? Oh, kind of like, you know, like this type of thing. But kind of like in the item section where you can like, you know, drag and pick all the items you want to do that. That is a nuclear option. A feature like that would require time to both implement and translate into some other scenes. Since if there is a feature like that, it should be available in your army management party screen. And usability with gamepad is questionable. Even the technical side would require us to work on the feature that would take time away from other important things. Not really possible at the moment. There it is. I see your point. I'm not sure what to do exactly, but if you made a thread about different methods you could think of this topic, I think that we would find an answer. Though I would be understanding if you think it wouldn't be worth it. But I must add, I like how Mexico creates threads for things he is not sure, and you shouldn't be afraid of that and asking for these kind of dilemmas too. Okay, here we go. Why are you baiting him into doing this? Talking about you shouldn't be afraid, man. Alright, but listen. I think some stuff should be added. Some stuff shouldn't be added. I don't think this will be added by I think the sell all button until the merchant is out of dinars. I think that's a viable change the game can make, the devs can make. I think a sorting, like a very good sorting mod could happen. It probably will happen. It makes sense to happen. You know, most big modded games have a like a reworked inventory system. So, you know, I'm pretty sure we will see that in the future. But all right, let's move on to the next one. So here we go. Ability to hide UI slash HUD, heads up display. There it is. Now more than ever, we need this. It's a great thing for screenshots and cinematic shots, and it should not be missing from such a game. I can see a plethora of community content being inconvenienced by the inability by hiding your health bar or such. True. I'm trying to get them good, crisp YouTube thumbnails. Right now, the reason you see just like obviously in a lot of my thumbnails it's just me talking to the person, because that's the clearest screen I can get with the least amount of stuff on it, and obviously it still has like the text below it, but I usually cover that with something like either the title or like, you know, the hotfix screenshot or whatever like that. But yes, I want to make nice, very nice cinematics and all that, right? Plus, and a tactical pause while moving the camera also would be kind of cool. There's a mod that does this, but official tools must be added. I think devs were working on a replay mechanic. Not sure if it includes this. Okay. +1 in addition of simple implementation by Tailworlds and meaningful to the user. +1. UI.toggles _ UI command should be accessible on the Steam version. Players can use that command to hide the UI. Add a tactical pause while moving the camera. Control plus F1 and Control plus K shortcuts should be added. Should be enabled on the Steam. Okay, so both these things are kind of in there. All right. I still think people want like a, you know, instead of obviously typing into a command, I think what would be cool if there was a button in the options that would just, you know, you click the button, it turns it off. You click the button again, it turns it on. I think that should be implemented. That's, you know, makes sense. And if it's already in the game, I'm pretty sure there's a way to, you know, toggle this to a key. You know? I think that's possible, right? I don't know exactly how that works, but I feel like if this is already in the game, then, you know, key binding it to a key on a keyboard or a gamepad should not be hard, right? And even for this. So there it is. Great. Is there a possibility to bind this exactly to a hotkey? Possibly. I'll look into it. Good. Is it possible that non-Steam users can use this in the future? I've just now tested this in the Steam version 1.5.3, and they should be available on other platforms as well. There we go. So this one's kind of shorter, but I do agree. And if it's already in the game, I think all it takes is just a little bit of work to make this into a keybind. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of these two right here. Let me know what you guys think of these type of videos. I think you guys enjoy them. You guys received the past, you know, couple kind of well. So we're going to continue doing this. Obviously, I have a dev talk video coming later tonight. And yeah, probably not later tonight. I don't know exactly when I'm going to upload these. My sleep schedule has been all over the place. It's 5 a.m. right now. I woke up 2 hours ago. It is what it is. So yeah, let's I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but hey, like always, ask me any questions, any concerns. These two will be linked down below. Go join the Discord, check out the Patreon, and like always, stay safe.